There were tears on the witness stand today as the parents of 12-year-old Stephanie Crowe testified in the retrial of Richard Tuite.
Now, we weren't allowed to show their faces, but 10 News reporter Steve Fiorina shows us how difficult it was for them to relive that tragedy of 1998.
The Crowe family was awakened that morning by screams from the grandma who was staying with them.
She said she was covered in mud.
Judith said Stephanie was covered in mud
and won't move.
And what, if anything, did you do?
I jumped up and ran in there.
Grandma was confused, not mud, blood. Stephen's wife Cheryl immediately dove to her daughter's side.
She was laying on the floor and she was really cold. So I tried to lay on her to make her warm.
Stephen scrambled to call 911.
My daughter! What's the problem? She lay on the floor, she's not breathing. Fire in the shade. She's 12. There's blood all over the place.
But 12-year-old Stephanie couldn't be saved. She'd been stabbed 9 times.
My whole world was just flipped upside down. Still is.
That moment was overwhelming.
I saw Stephanie laying on the floor. I can't do this.
Recess was called to give him time to collect himself. Richard Tuite was a transient in the neighborhood that night. A small blood stain on his shirt, Stephanie's blood, and he was eventually convicted of manslaughter. But that was long after the victim's older brother Michael and 2 schoolmates had been arrested. Confessions were later thrown out, adjudged to have been coerced, and Tuite put on trial. An appellate court then ordered a retrial because a prosecution witness wasn't fully cross-examined. The charge again for trial 2 is manslaughter. It could last into December. Downtown, Steve Fiorina, 10 News.